Hello guys, on my recent video I discussed these cheap and nasty LED lights. I pulled this one apart and they really are quite horrid, and I said I was going to put a couple of these in the wheelhouse of my boat so I could do some night fishing, but I've abandoned that idea and I found these on eBay. Brand new. They're a die cast aluminium body. They're a truck sort of work light stainless steel bracket which you can adjust in all positions, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 bright LEDs, and I've just temporarily connected up this 12 volt battery here, and if it doesn't blind my camera I bought 2 of these to go in the boat, one either side shining into the cockpit, but I won't need them because this is the sort of light, get the polarity right, that this thing gives out, and if I faced it to the camera it would just blank the camera out, probably wouldn't recover. So I flashed out and bought a couple of these, but I can recover the cost of one to somebody, I dare say. Anyway, they're available new and I can highly recommend them. They're completely waterproof, and I fitted one, as I say, on the boat yesterday, so that's a development there. And at the same time I made reference to the sound bender, and I wanted a particular magazine, Practical Electronics, May 1974. Well, thank you everybody who sent me scans and links to this, and I can remember this project, which I'm really chuffed with. Anyway, I thought, well, just as a bit of a gamble, I'll see if there's anything. Perhaps someone on Free Cycle has got some or something. So I requested this particular magazine, and a guy come back. He says, "You're not going to believe your luck." He says, unfortunately my brother died and he was an electronics bloke, and I've got loads of magazines, and if I spin the camera around you can see here, in fact I can't back the camera, yes I can, back the camera away, bound volumes of Practical Electronics going back, well, 68 to 1974. I've got radio and electronics and radio constructors going back to 1947. I mean, I can remember. Oh gosh, some of this stuff is well, I find it absolutely fascinating, absolutely fascinating. So what was the chance of that happening? Well, it does sometimes happen. I'm somewhat disenchanted with Free Cycle. I had one person turn up. She said, "Oh, I want this and I want that." And I see your advertisement. I'll have that and that. And I thought, you're getting cheeky, you know. You're taking the mickey. And she had a far superior motor than I had, and I thought, hang on, this is not right. Other people I contacted, I put up several items for free, of course. And some said they would call, and they just don't turn up. I emailed one person, they were looking for, forget what they were looking for. I said, "I've got one, you're very welcome to." It's local. Didn't even bother to say thank you, I've got one now, or no longer looking for one, or anything of the like, you know. So, but fortunately there are still some decent types out there. But anyway, what a collection! This is, I mean, I'm never going to be able to read all these. But, and I've only just got them in the last half an hour. And so I haven't really had a chance to go through them. But I think possibly what we've got here is a considerable archive of DIY type construction. Okay, to some it may be considered old hat in this day and age of pushing a button on an iPhone and apps and YouTube and Wikipedia and all this. But anything that comes that easy and without effort isn't of any value. I'm often asked for quick, simple fixes. Well, it doesn't. If it's a quick, easy push button to get a fix, you don't value it. Give you an example. There's a guy in the boat club, got a very expensive boat, and he had troubles with the engine, but he wouldn't listen to the old hands and those who I thought had something worthwhile listening to. He didn't value it. He had problems with the engine, and he had what was just simply condensation in the top of his engine. Anyway, he sent some oil off for analysis, and he got back this sheet come back, and it had so many particles of carbon and, so, you know, parts of millilitres or something of H2O, which is only water. And it cost him, I think, about 47 quid for this report. And my mate said, well, I told you this. He said, but I didn't charge you 48 quid. He says, if I had have done, you may have taken more notice. So, what am I saying? Anything that comes too easy, or if you haven't had to put some sort of effort in it, really isn't of any value. Anyway, I'm gone, I digress. Anyway, what a find, guys. I'm not sure how to go about this, but really this is, as I say, is an archive. If there's some link or site out there that gives the date and the month of a particular article, if anyone's stuck, I can look it up. But perhaps you might have a better idea. Anyway, that's the course of events today. Been pretty lucky, really, haven't I? Anyway, I'm also looking forward. I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so, and I've been working hard on the boat, so I'll recoup a bit, and then we'll go out sort of night fishing. But I've given her a scrape. I had to bring her around onto the hard because I picked up a rope, a mooring actually, and I must confess it was me own. Oh dear, I don't know how that happened. I thought I was well clear, but I wasn't. So I had to cut it free and put a little outboard on and bring it round to the hard, and when the tide ran out I cut the rope off. Anyway, that's all been done, and I'm sure you don't want to hear that. So think on this. Any ideas?